Hi everyone, today we're talking about Longchamp and I want to show you some really terrible wear and tear on one of the Longchamp bags that we have. But first let me start with this one here because this one I think you're familiar with. It is of course the nylon Le Pliage tote. This is in the small size from the Club Le Pliage collection. They have various different versions. This is the Club one and it has the white branding here, logo, and then it's got the all pink. So here's what I showed you probably about a year ago. I told you that I brought this on one of my beach vacations or several vacations, and somewhere along the way, this has gotten marked up. I'll show you from the other side here. There's just like little marks or stains, and it kind of looks like grass. I think I put it down somewhere, or maybe I put it down near dirt. I can't remember. And it just appeared, right? And I mentioned this, and some of you said that I should try to clean it, and I did, and it's not coming off. And I think it's just stained. So it does make me think it's grass. But I want to show you something. This is what's making me make this video today. 1 second. This one here, which I've never showed on this channel because this is a Longchamp backpack that I got for my daughter. So since it's not technically my bag, I don't think I ever showed it. Well, look at what has happened to this bag. It is pretty much the same, almost the same pink. They're both like light pastel pinks. And the leather is pink as well. The leather is a very thick, durable cowhide leather that Longchamp uses, even on the straw bag here, which I'll talk about in a minute. So the leather I see no issues with. But once again, now this is pretty noticeable. It's pretty egregious. This is the backpack that my daughter would use for like field trips and little outings, weekend trips, and it has become quite disgusting. So this on the bottom, I think it's just from putting it down on, the bottom of the car, the trunk, bus seats, that kind of thing. And of course, when it comes to nylon, the corner wear is pretty notorious. It's also very dirty, but you'll see some corner wear. I'll show you on some of my other Longchamp bags. But she said that she was in a crowded car with friends and she put it down by her feet. And I guess either her feet or her friend's feet, the bottom of their sneakers were dirty. Maybe it was a rainy day and they just kind of stepped all over this by accident. And you can see how bad it is. Now, of course, because it's a light color, it's going to be so much more noticeable. So I just wanted to warn you guys who are into Longchamp or looking to buy something from Longchamp, just beware, especially with the lighter colors, but just in general. This stains pretty easily, it seems like, because I threw it in the wash. I literally threw it in the laundry machine and it came out just as dirty as it was prior. It did nothing. So I've heard some success stories in the past where people would wash their Longchamp nylon and it would come out pristine, but that is not my experience. And so my daughter no longer uses this. And I know it's kind of wasteful because it's a perfectly good bag and it still has many, many more years of life in it, but I don't think anyone wants to carry around a bag that looks this dirty. I thought, is there a way to creatively dye this to a darker color? But I'm really not talented when it comes to DIY crafty stuff. So let me know if you have any suggestions, but the rest of the bag is looking fine. Like I said, no issue with the leather. The straps are okay. But yeah, this is just pretty bad. And of course, the corner wear. So I'm going to show you on this one as well. Now that I've had this tote for a couple of years, you are starting to see some corner wear and corner dirt or stains. It wasn't like this even in the last video that I did with my Longchamp totes. So that means that since then, it has worn down pretty significantly on the corners. Now, back in the day, I know that Longchamp offered this policy where you can bring your totes back to a Longchamp store and submit it for corner repair. And the first time they repair the corners, it would be complimentary on the house. And then I guess future repairs, you'd have to pay a fee. I don't know if that's still true. I've never tried to bring this in because it's not that bad, but I'd be curious if any of you out there have gotten the complimentary repair and what that experience was like, or if you have any knowledge on whether or not that policy still exists. And then I wanted to show you this black one, which still looks pretty new, I think because it's black, but also this was the discontinued Neo line, which is my favorite. It's much thicker and silkier nylon. And I talked about how the zipper is like really chunky. You can see the difference in the zippers here. The black one is a very thick, chunky zipper. It never snags. And then the pink one is more of that thin, typical zipper. So I did several reviews on this. And when it was being discontinued, I alerted many of you on my channel with posts and updates. And I think some of you were able to snag some or one. But yeah, this one is no longer being made. So it's different. It doesn't have the snap button on the back. This one folds. So it has a snap button to close it up. Like it folds almost origami style. I'm sure you've seen those, but this one doesn't. Anyway, I want to show you on the black, the corner wear. I probably use this more than the pink one, but the corner wear is definitely not nearly as bad. And partially you can't see any discoloration because it's black, but also because this is definitely thicker nylon. So I know that a lot of companies now are trying to be more sustainable and they're using recycled nylon, which I do commend, but I think that that's also going to affect the thickness and the quality. So I'm not sure how well those are holding up. If you have experience, do let us know in the comments below. This is also a Longchamp tote, but it is made out of straw, and then you've got the classic cowhide leather handles. This is holding up pretty well. It's seasonal, so I haven't carried it that much. It was a gift from my friend, but look at the slight corner wear already showing. Even though this is straw material, it is showing wear with very limited usage so far. So this tells me that it is the shape and silhouette of these Longchamp bags that are making them much more susceptible to corner wear. I think if they were slightly more rounded, if they weren't folded right here with the point, that would probably help lessen the wear and tear. Some of you have messaged me mentioning how much wear and tear you've seen on your own Longchamp bag. So I still think that Longchamp is a great brand, and they're much more affordable than some of the other brands out there. They've got a lot of history. It's making me think about the leather bags from Longchamp, if they would be more higher value for the money, because nylon does definitely wear faster than leather generally. My sister was actually just here, and she's got this little Longchamp leather crossbody bag, and she's had it for a couple of years. I remember taking a photo of it and posting it on my Instagram years ago, and it still looks just as new as the first time I saw it. So I do think that the leather from Longchamp is built to last. I mean, it just feels really sturdy. So curious what you guys think of the leather bags that Longchamp offers. I have noticed that some of them are quite pricey compared to their nylon lines, but some of their leather bags are more reasonably priced. So I think it might be worth a look. And there's a new Longchamp tote, totally different silhouette, that caught my eye. Just released, I think, a couple of months ago. Wanted to put it on your radar if you're interested. But again, I would just caution you on the potential wear and tear, again, especially given the shape of this one. But here's the price. I'm curious what you guys think. Is it something that you would consider or not? I thought it would be appropriate to share my experience with Longchamp so far and gather your thoughts. Oh, and before I part ways with this one, or before my daughter parts ways with this one, please let me know if you have any brilliant ideas on how to clean this up. At this point, I don't think anything is really going to work, but I'm open to suggestions if you might have any information that's helpful. All right, this was a short and sweet video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.